Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video from Swaraj Finance. We've just released our quarterly newsletter in which we provide a review of the quarter just gone and looking at the current market conditions and investment themes in our model portfolio. And so I just wanted to highlight some of the contents. You can take a look. For those of you that are members, you get access to this via our website. And for those of you that just want to purchase, you can for a small fee of $11.99 to gain access to some of the research that we present in this report. So in this issue, we're providing a review of the bubble in AI stocks as we see it, taking a look at the recession fears, the banking crisis that happened over the last quarter. Then we've got a feature piece on why commodities, why now, and this relates to the title. In this piece, we go into the link between demographics and demand for commodities. And I think that's a really interesting piece, very useful for many investors that will be to understand what the link is between commodities bull market and global demographics. And then, as usual, we go into the investment themes behind our model portfolio, looking at the current status or across these various themes, and including this asset and bullion allocation with some updates on the precious metals markets at the end of the report. So obviously, for full access, you'll have to visit our website, and there'll be a link in the description below. But I'm just going to go through a few highlights here for you. And so we take a look at NVIDIA stock. You can see this is a stock which has gone from October 2022 to the middle of this year, just over 8 months. We've seen NVIDIA go from just over $100 a share to over $400 a share. So it's almost quadrupled in price over just the space of 8 months, which is, in our opinion, definitely looks like a kind of bubble-like behavior. I don't think the fundamentals warrant such a huge price move in NVIDIA. And we go into how the estimates that they've put out for 2024 are the basis for this move, but probably will not be met or will not be sustainable, at least going forward. So this weakening of revenue over the last few years, we suggest that it's unlikely to bounce to the levels that they're suggesting. So that's one aspect of the AI bubble that we look at. Then we go in a little bit into recession fears, looking at correlations between the oil price and PMIs, Purchasing Managers Index, as an indicator of the strength of the economy. And you can see this strong correlation with this. So that has implications around commodities performance going forward. We also look at the banking crisis a little bit, and then the main feature piece that we have in this quarter's report is on commodities. And as I said, we link this into the story of demographics, looking at birth rates and generational cohorts, the baby boomers, millennials, Gen Z, and illustrating how demand for commodities can be linked to these waves of birth rates. So I think that's a very interesting piece that you might want to look at, looking at how consumption across different ages can give us a clue around when commodity demand will go up. We look at some of the history of commodity bull markets, the last commodity bull market, looking at some wave pattern formations, what we might be expecting to see in this bull market. And then we go through the investment themes that make up our model portfolio, looking at the macroeconomic situation, inflation, rising interest rates, looking at the narrative around the climate crisis and the green transition, geopolitical situation, the tensions based on the BRIC nations, the war in Ukraine, and so on and so forth. And lastly, what we see is some interesting demographic situations across the emerging markets. So that's just a very brief preview around the contents of our quarterly report. It's I think it's around 26, 27 pages, this report, but definitely worth reading for all of our members. And for all of you that may be watching this video, you may want to consider purchasing or becoming a member to gain access to this. I think it's this has implications for any investor who is active in the markets over the next 5 years. And this kind of in-depth research that we're presenting here, I think, would benefit a lot of investors, especially if you've just been following your investment approach that's worked over the last 10 years. Our suggestion is that probably this approach will not work going forward because of the changes that we're likely to see with regards to geopolitics, demand for natural resources, which is linked to geopolitics, of course. So yeah, do take a look. I think it's we're offering a lot of value in this report, and we release them on a quarterly basis. You can sign up for a yearly subscription for £40, and you'll get all of our reports, and as well as some premium articles on our website where we go into specific stocks, specific sectors, and none of this is to be taken as investment advice. It's just we're presenting our opinions on the financial markets, and of course you should use this information, but consult a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before making your own decisions. So with that said, I'm going to finish the video here. I hope you have a chance to take a look at our report. Do visit our website, and yeah, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, more updates on specific sectors of the markets, and share this video with anyone who you might think might be interested. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon for another video. Take care. Bye.